Welcome back to another Genius Days. Today we're having a free flow session actually. So we can talk about pretty much anything. So yeah, man, that's exciting first and foremost. Let's see what's going to emerge, what adventure we're going to have today. But also just a quick disclaimer, obviously follow the rules of where you are. Just be the best and fuck the rest. That's it. That's it from my side. Do you guys have any disclaimers?
Yeah, guys. My disclaimer. This is my disclaimer. It has to do with you and me and us. Basically, just don't do what we tell you to do. What I mean by that is like we're talking from the space that we're talking from, right? From the level that we're talking from. If you're just listening to this, right, this is not a personal message for you, right? If it resonates with you, that's great. Follow through with it. But if something goes wrong, don't blame it on us, because obviously you didn't consult us personally. If you consulted us personally and they fucked up, you can blame me. But obviously, this is a free class, and so we're speaking from the place that we're speaking from. That's it. That's what I gotta say.
Awesome. And the mic drop with an actual mic, like he dropped it down. But yeah, awesome, man. So that's a cool background Ivan has as well. That's really cool. So what's coming up for you guys? Like, what's new to talk about? What have you been noticing?
Rest. I just woke up like 5 minutes ago.
We
Sumi
were
called
just
me up.
talking about this.
Like in dreamland and shit. It's like, oh yeah, shit, I have to do the podcast. God damn. So now I feel refreshed, energized. My body's healing.
Nice. Yeah, I was talking a bit about Ivan about my time management, how it's been like really unsynchronized, unaligned, like just random times of the day. I'm sleeping, getting up, it's kind of like when I first started phase 2 of the beast, like that's how it felt. And it's back again. It feels like I'm back in that phase again. So, a lot of time management is basically priority management. Like what is the most important thing to us, right? And like right now, what is beginning is a new journey for me. So from tomorrow, I'm doing my first ICF accredited class. That's like where you get accredited as a coach, like an official coach, right? What's up, Elias? What's happening? Salute.
What's up, guys?
Hello, man. So yeah, this is a free flow class, man. We're just talking, and yeah, so from tomorrow I get into my first ICF accredited like course. It begins, right, for life coaching, executive coaching, and NLP and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be a lot of work, right? But I'm ready to fucking Amor Fati the shit out of this, I'm ready to like launch into it and just fucking surrender, experiment to a whole different level. Yeah, thanks, man. I feel ready.
Yeah, to be honest, I feel like you're way ahead of where you're supposed to be, like personality wise. It feels like your value is higher than what you're getting right now, so it makes sense that you're getting to the next level now.
Fuck yeah, man. Value, that's a really important thing, man. Yeah. Like today something happened where I was like thrown off a bit, and I recognized it was my value that was holding me back, right? When I brought my value back and I was like, holy shit, like there's so much gold here, right? There's so much to alchemize.
What you did is you realigned your values, right? Because like you realign your belief system. Yeah. That's basically what happened. That's because like that every time I feel some bullshit going on inside of me, I'm always like, okay, what am I believing to be true? Right. And then just removing that bullshit the fuck out of there, bro. Like for real.
Yeah, because the beliefs and the habit is what starts to form the character, right? So yeah, very true. When you take the belief out of it, then you can change the whole experience of something. That's wild.
Yeah, bro. Like I notice a lot of guys, like they'll be very judgmental of girls, right? But then they be mad that girls don't be on them. Don't be on their dick. It's like, bro, she doesn't feel appreciated, obviously, right? Like, so obviously appreciate her, bro. And like that's what I'm realizing a lot, even in my own relationship, is that like it's all about deep appreciation, man. Like it's like I cherish you, like my girl should be all grumpy. You know, girls be grumpy sometimes and shit, right? And I was like, babe, no matter what you do, I will never stop loving you. And she's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? And she gets all soft and shit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of me being like, listen here, you fucking little dumbass bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like feeding into that energy. It's like I'm not falling into that trap, right? It's like whatever frame is thrown, I reframe it to what I prefer it to be. Right? Like my cousin one time, she was like, I had these glasses on. You know the glasses that I got that look like a visor. And I was like, I was wearing them, and she's like, everybody be getting those glasses these days. And I was like, I know, right? You know, I was like, you know me, you know what I'm saying? Right. And
That's so good. You were like,
so
oh yeah, you know.
what basically the frame changed from I'm from oh he's just getting those glasses because other people have it to I'm trendy, I'm a trendsetter. Because these glasses they weren't cheap, actually. They were like $300. You won't just get those just to get them, you know what I'm saying? And so I reframed the frame, and that's kind of what it comes down to. But yeah, man,
Yeah, it's all,
go ahead, bro.
no, it's almost like you put it through like a filtration system, right? You're like, all right, this is going through the filter of Ivan, and then as it strains through, it's like you can choose what comes out on the other side. It's like when I and Ryan's business coach is Joe Nicasio. He uses this example of like Clark Kent getting into the phone booth, right, and becoming Superman and coming out, right? So it's the phone booth that's a real like we see this phone booth. He's getting into this phone booth. He's transforming. He's coming out as Superman. But people, when they see Superman, they don't logically think that, oh my God, that's Clark Kent, even though he looks like the same fucking guy with glasses on, right? It's like we look at Spider-Man and we think that, okay, this is Clark Kent for sure with glasses on, right? But when he takes his glasses off, he becomes like Superman or something, right? And yeah, man, I think it's the way that you filter it. So if you're a triangle, you know, a circle can't enter the triangle's world, right? Because it's blocked out. So you keep staying triangle, right? New Illuminati, let's get it. New elite. You already know, right? So anyway, it's trying to get in to the triangle, but it can't. So that's kind of how you're maintaining the vibration of the frequency over and over and over again. You just keep maintaining it.
Guys, I have a question.
Yeah.
You know, I'm hella sick, but I don't know. I don't want to say hella sick because I'm sick. It's just a mode, a property of my state right now that I'm sick, and I'm just so much doing like all the mind shit. I'm so much trying to control myself in the past time, and it's going really well. I'm doing what I want to do. Not always getting the results that you want, but I don't care about that because that's not my control. But anyway, I'm starting to really get a feeling for how everything is a state of mind. So I was wondering, what is sickness actually? Because if you don't look at it biologically, and a virus or I don't know what the fuck that is, that has no life. But what is sickness actually? Because it does not make sense for me that I'm sick right now. Because I don't give a fuck about the sickness and I'm just beasting out the whole fucking time. So it makes no sense for the sickness to stay any longer, but it's just staying and it's just chilling. It's not getting worse. It's not getting better. So I'm really curious about this, what you guys think, what this sickness is, what illness, like what is the state of mind? Because everything is a state of mind, actually. Like sickness also, materials also made out of mind. So I'm just wondering, what do you guys think? Is it?
It's a detox, bro. It's a detox.
Okay.
It's a foreign element in your body, and the physical reactions that you're getting is like a form of trying to detox it, right?
Mm.
Like when you
Mm.
cough, it's like you're trying to push something out from your throat, right?
Okay.
When you're
Okay.
you're sweating, you know, you're trying to release it through your sweat glands,
Okay.
right? So I mean that's really the simplest way I could put it for you, bro. But why what do you have? Do you know what you have?
No, I don't have, but I got the. It was like this. I got the vaccine because I need it. I know we don't like the vaccine stuff. I wouldn't have done it if I didn't need to do it. So I took the vaccine. So they inject you with a little bit of DNA of from corona. So you start to create corona just for a small amount, so that your body starts to defend from it. So you build these antibiotics or something. So when the real corona hits you, you got the defense already. I think it was an accumulation of this, and on this in the same evening, like I had a headache and stuff like that. That's normal. It's not supposed to be like this. That it's already almost a week that I'm like I got these symptoms, nose running and throat hurting and stuff like that. So I think it's an accumulation of the corona injection, and on the same day I ate really much jalapenos, and they went really in my throat. And I smoked weed with tobacco in it, so and that also went into my throat. So I think it's a combination of them, all of them. But on the other side, what's confusing me is usually I have no problems with weed and stuff like that. I have no problems with eating chili. And this corona stuff is not like everybody else does not have these effects. So I'm really confused about this. You said it's a detox and it makes sense to me, I guess. And I'm looking at it in a way that if it takes so long for me to heal from this, it's good that I'm going through this because sooner or later it would have to hit me in a way. So rather sooner than later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever fast, bro? Like, you ever do fasting?
No.
No. Okay, this is something that you're gonna want to do because essentially, when we're eating, we're using up energy to break down the food to then convert it into energy, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, we already have fat in our body, right? Which is just stored energy, right? And so if you do a fast, I would, it doesn't have to be so extreme. You can have like a smoothie in the morning, and
Okay.
then don't eat until between 3 or 4, right? It's gonna be a bit of a challenge, right?
Okay.
You can have a coffee if you want, right?
Okay.
But not too much coffee, right? Just a small cup of coffee. Um, just to subdue the hunger a bit, right? And there's a coffee that Sumed loves to make, right? To keep you in ketosis, he puts butter.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a bulletproof coffee. Yeah, yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, and
Really
so
fucking good.
give your body some space to use the energy that you already have to repair your cells, right?
Okay.
And do whatever it needs to do, fight off properly, because then it'll have access to all that energy. It's the same reason where people who when they're doing fasting, they have like a very clear mind, right? Because they're not breaking down energy anymore. They're just using the energy that they already have, right?
Okay. Makes sense.
So for sure, definitely do that, apply that, and you're gonna see the changes. There's no way that you're not gonna see the changes.
Okay.
There's
Okay.
literally absolutely no
okay.
way, because that's the magic of fasting, bro. Giving your body space.
Okay.
That's all I
Yeah,
gotta say on that.
my brother recommended that too. He's doing once per week a fast. I think that's a pretty good idea, and I might just think about it or implement it.
Yeah,
Cool.
man. Like fasting is for nutrition, what like meditation is for the mind, right? So both are like creating space, right? I just came up with that. I don't know if that's a thing, but that's it makes sense, right? Like
Yeah, man,
fucking
I like that, bro. I really like
yeah,
that.
yeah, bro. Because when you think of the word dis-ease, the opposite would be ease. Like that's just how I think about it. Is like you need to put your body through more ease instead of dis-ease, right? So when it's easier, when it feels calmer, when it feels like okay, it's replenishing, then that's when the body's going to heal. And so you want to now biohack yourself, basically. Fasting is biohacking, right? Like all of these methods are biohacking, technically. Meditation is still biohacking, I think, because you're slowing down your, your heart rate and all this kind of stuff. You're hacking your biology. So I think looking at some different ways to biohack or help your immune system boost, and all of those things are definitely going to help you during this time. But just make sure that it's the path of least resistance. And it's like, it feels natural. It doesn't feel forced. Like I'm doing some fringe therapy, like in the Maldives, and I'm swimming with these scuba fishes to try to get this rashes off. No, it's like, the closest thing to that this feels like it's in alignment with what I need right now, right? So go towards that. Avoid the fringe. Okay, avoid the fringe. No urine therapy, no fucking, like all this kind of shit.
Yeah, I get it. I would have a question about that, like about the subject of fringe and stuff like that. Okay, I just asked it. I was wondering, what do you think causes us to have to force some mindsets and other mindsets are like more natural? Like when I think about it, I think our mind is like we have these mindsets, or we can make several decisions in every moment, and the decision which is which we have done the most, which is the most trained, is the decision which is the easiest for us. That's what I think. And the decision which is the least trained, least done, least repeated, is the one which we have to force more. So I was wondering, is force really an indicator of a bad decision, or is it more like this is a very new decision, so that's why it may still be the right decision,
Yeah. So the way I see it, this is a very flow state perspective. So I would say force is not the only thing. But it's level one, right? It's like force is the first stage where you let go, because without any force to begin with, what are you letting go of? It's like there's no energy, there's no momentum to actually get into that pocket or that flow, right? So hustling and pushing your mind a little bit, that's just the first struggle phase. But then we go through letting go, release, surrender, right? And then we go into the zone. So I think that force is a part of it. I think a lot of people do they use their crisis moments as a catalyst, or their painful moments as a way to launch, because it makes sense, right? It's just a lot more realer, and it's a lot more emotions involved. And so it just makes sense to wait for that crisis moment before we take action on something. And I think a lot of mindsets are learned responses from family and like conditioning and all this other stuff too. So yeah, I think the force is just the first stage of you taking power over your mind again, but you want the force to transform into like the Jedi force almost, right? From the force. So that's kind of my perspective.
Yeah, my perspective is going to be based on less scientific, more experiential, right? So yesterday I went up a mountain. We had to have like a harness and stuff, at certain points, so we don't fall down and shit. But then we get to the very top, and we have to start coming down. But we're not coming down the same way we went up. We have to I don't know what to call it, man. It's like rappel. I think it's called rappel, where you're on a rope, and you're like right, you're coming down, right? But see, I'm at the very top, like the fuck here, bro. Look at these fucking mountains, just so you get an idea. You see, it was these mountains over here, right? And so when you're up there, you see how much bigger these mountains are compared to the tallest fucking buildings in the city. And you're like, bro, I'm nothing compared to the force of nature. Us humans, we try so fucking hard, and it takes us so much fucking time to make these buildings, and they're not even anything in comparison. And I'm like, and you see it all, you see it down, right? And so it's my turn it's my turn. I'm like the first one to go, right? There was somebody else who was gonna go first in front of me, but they were too nervous to go, right? Because they're like, all right, grab onto this rope and now lean back. You're like, fuck, bro, I gotta lean back into this shit. Like, bro, like leaning back into your death. You know what I mean? It's what it feels like. You're literally like on the edge of the world. And I'm like, fuck, bro. And I was like, fuck it, I ain't no fucking bitch, right? And so the thing that got me to do it firstly was like trust, faith, and commitment, right? Trust in myself that I can fucking do it. Faith in my tools, in my harness, in my rope, in my guide, right? And 100% commitment, because I'm already fucking up here. Who the fuck, a helicopter gonna come and get me? Like, no, that's not gonna happen. And so I'm doing it, and as I'm doing it, I'm like, all right, we're going, we're fucking going. And I mean, was it scary? It was fucking scary. Yes, it was scary, but it was also very enjoyable, right? Because it was enjoyable because I got to push myself, right? And so, I mean, your question pertaining to forcing a mindset versus allowing a mindset. Well, the force would be like, I ain't no bitch, right? Right, as a way to compensate for the fear, right? To overcome using anger to get over the fear. But then once you get into you overcome it, you get into neutrality, into acceptance, and then you just get moving with it, right? But the reason that certain people can't step into a certain mindset is because, again, it's the belief and identity, right? And so they're identifying with one world, right? Versus like the other person who couldn't do it at first, when they still did it in the end, which was badass, right? They overcame their fear, right? But they had a paralyzing fear. And what they kept saying was, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. And they were about to do it. And then they were like, I can't do it. And they could look down and you see the fucking edge of the world and you're like, fuck. And it was very paralyzing for them, right? And so they were identifying with the version of themselves that couldn't do it, right? But then eventually, once they did it, they were identified with the version that could and that didn't give up, right? So it just comes down to identification, belief systems. What's your belief and how are you viewing the world? You know? Thank you, bro. It's a good question.
Yeah, bro, it feels so good to have people like you guys around, man, who are just going through the same shit like every day, just trying to improve. And we just live in the same fucking universe, you know, improvement, mindset, new mindset, stuff like that. Feels so good right now.
Fuck yeah, man. I was thinking about this today, man, but the power of tribe and like, you know, just talking about the same things and then improving each day is just like causes this ripple effect that we show up in different ways to different people that we come across in our days. Then we go back to tribe and it's like, yeah, that's a powerful effect. So yeah, man, I always say upward spiral gang, bro. Upward spiral gang. Like just keep like maintaining that momentum upwards, forwards.
I would like I would like to add on that. What's
Yeah.
up, Elias? You know, what if imagination, right, was one of your greatest tools? What if, you know? I remember, what's up, Felix? I remember talking to Pete Kirkwood about this, and basically, if you can imagine yourself getting healthier, that's the first step to getting healthier. If you can imagine winning the fight, at the very least, you set, you know, the pawns into action. Yeah. Look at pickup. I remember a time where I couldn't even imagine doing street pickup. I couldn't even imagine having fuck buddies. I could not imagine running a business. I could not imagine earning the money I'm earning right now. But now I'm past that. And reminds me of the Les Brown quote of everything is past possible. Meaning, not only is it possible, there exists a version of you that has handled that shit already. Right? So it's all up to you, man. How healthy do you want to be? Are you prepared to suffer better than any version of you that exists? Because every new situation has a new challenge, every new level has a new devil. And with that, you know, are you prepared for the pain? You know, just like what Alejandro said, if this is a detox, and I think it is, if it is so, right, gotta stick with it. I mean, imagine, right, you're taking this girl doggy style, but all of a sudden you're having cramps in your hamstrings. That sucks. Man, that sucks, but you can't disengage. There's only one answer: continue. Ride this shit out and figure it out
Bro,
later.
this is such a Ryan example. Like a doggy style, like, Ryan G example. You gotta keep going, brother. Yeah. I remember, have you ever seen that meme that I posted a really long time ago where it was like, so many people are posting about COVID. I just thought I'd post this picture of white blood cells, or something like that. It was basically a picture of white blood cells instead of COVID virus, right? And that like broke the norm. A lot of people liked that post because it was like, yeah, everybody's talking about this thing, right? And it's getting into our collective unconscious. The world is unwell, all this news streaming into different platforms, like leaking in through different, Telegram messages or like, things we watch online. And it's constantly affecting our minds, right? So when we work on our own immunity and our own health, like on the daily, and remind ourselves to speak in the language of health, right? Someone who's an addict, if they say that I'm in recovery of addiction, that's incredible. If they still believe that they're an addict and they're going through an addiction, that's tough, man. That they're gonna stay in that identity, right? But if they say that, hey, I'm in recovery, I'm healing, like I'm working towards getting better, like that at least is, yeah, moving the pendulum into more of that neutrality, like Ivan was saying. Because even in the Hermetic principles, right, there's this idea that we can use our willingness or our willpower to create a new neutral or a new normal from which we can grow, right? So even if the world is bringing you to this weird toxic place, you can sit in that position, in that hell, and be like, no, this is my new normal, and everything can grow better than this. And it starts to, right? So wherever you are in your life, you can always like put the flag down and be like, no, this is my normal actually, and grow from there, right? We have this ability, which is kind of cool as human beings, to decide that I'm in pure awareness now. I've paused the video game of my life. Maybe I've meditated, I've taken a cold shower, maybe I went for a walk, I'm sweating, whatever it is. I went through some kind of a challenge and I've overcome it. And something that helped me this morning when I was calling Ryan, like some whack shit happened where someone tried to scam me, right? So I called Ryan and he was like, I'll create your problems, And so I fucking did. I fucking did. I was like, I'm going to serve more people. I'm going to send out more messages to people. And that's how I transmuted it, is like, instead of that energy of like worry or what's going to happen, I focused on the energy of, I'm going to override the passive challenges that the universe gives me and let my active challenges that I'm giving myself override those passive challenges, right? So like a passive challenge is like, oh, I got stuck in traffic, right? You can't control that. Like, someone stopped something somewhere on the road, like, something happened in the random string of the universe. you can't control traffic unless you're like Bruce Almighty. Cool. By all means, go buy it, start moving cars out of the way like Moses. But you're not Bruce Almighty. So you have to amor fati in that situation, listen to a podcast, meditate while you're stuck in traffic, right? So instead of thinking, oh, I'm stuck in traffic, think, oh, I have the freedom to actually, like, I've been given extra time for me to catch up on this audiobook, right? And so that reframing ability of being like, no, I'm not stuck at home, I'm safe at home, or like, I'm not lonely, I'm free, right? And just constantly reframing is such a powerful thing that Ivan mentioned as well. Like, I use reframing constantly, but we can't see it in ourselves. That's why we need guys around us to help us reframe. I called Ivan before this call too, and he was like, I started the conversation, bro. I was like, I'm going to vent right now to you. Remember that? Yeah. So I set the frame. I was like, bro, I need to vent to you right now. Right. And then Ivan went into his stoic warrior, like kind of creating the container, right? Of being able to do that. Because, yeah, man, it's just sometimes we have to see life as a comedy and not a tragedy, Like we have to be able to actually see the light in what's happening to us. Because a lot of times shit is fucking funny. It's a cosmic joke, A lot of times it is pretty funny. So I think coming back to that, I always use humor as a crutch, but when I use humor as a tool or a weapon, man, that shit can slice. Yeah, go ahead, Ivan.
Yeah, bro. So like yesterday, I'm driving. I'm in a new city. I don't even fucking live here, bro. I'm in Monterrey, Nuevo León. I never even visited this place ever in my entire life, bro. And this is such a big city. The fucking streets are so complex, right? Man. And so I'm trying to get to my destination. And bro, I swear, bro, I missed the road to take me to the correct road 3 times, bro. 3 fucking times, bro. And it was so because I was supposed to be there to meet somebody at a specific time, right? And I was like, fucking bullshit, bro. And like, I missed it once. I'm okay. And then it'll take me down a different way. I missed it again. And I was so fucking pissed and frustrated, right? And analyzing why did I feel pissed and frustrated? Well, I missed the road, right? Imagine you missed the road 3 times now, right? And it's all these different roads. You look at your GPS, it's got a whole fucking squiggle like a goddamn toddler drew or some shit, right? And you're like, okay, if I fuck, and the inner feeling that I start to get was like, if I fucked up 3 times, I'm probably gonna, I feel like I'm gonna fuck up again. And I don't know how I'm gonna navigate through these roads. And then I start to be like, oh fuck, I'm gonna fucking end up like needing to call an Uber to take me there or some shit. Like all these different fears start popping up of like bullshit that might happen, might not happen, right? Because I couldn't get there, right? And so I like to bring everything back to like that's like micro, and I like to bring it meta, and like what's going on in the big picture, right? And how you do anything is how you do everything, right? And so you dislike one thing, you dislike everything, right? Because all of it is connected at once, it existing at once. And I asked myself, okay, so what's going on inside of me? And I was like, damn, when things aren't going my way in life, I start to get frustrated, right? And I start to feel like it's never going to happen. And that fear of it never going to happen, that's the one that takes over, right? But if I just keep going and I try again, maybe 3rd time's not the charm, maybe 4th time.
Yeah.
Maybe you already started businesses and you fucked up. Maybe you started your 2nd business and you lost money. Maybe you find it difficult to get clients. Maybe you're stuck in a job and you look back and you're like, bro, I've been getting paid the same amount of money basically my whole life. My life situation is basically the same. You just got to try again. That's just the answer. You just got to try again, and you have to use the new skills. But you got to know that the destination was there the whole fucking time. Literally, the destination was there. It was just up to you to figure out how to get there. That life that you want, the life that I want, it's already there. Like how we say in metaphysics, that all realities already exist at once.
Exists
And every single version of
yeah.
you already exists at once. And so the version of you that already has that life that you want already exists. So that destination is already there. It's just up to you to find the right road, because there always is a right road to get there. Always
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, and the metaphysical is instantaneous, right? When you think about that reality in the quantum, it already exists, but physical reality moves in such slow motion. Like imagine one of those remote controlled cars that you're trying to control. It's just moving in such a slow motion. You want the manifestations over here, but it's going like this, right? So think about the commitment and the consistency that it takes to actually get here. Every day you're staying in that vibration. Every day you're working towards that, right? It reminds me of what you said also, like, I think AZD said this was like, nowhere is now here. Like, I fucking love that shit, man. Nowhere is now here, and like alone is all one, like all these like ways he splits those words, that syntax. But yeah, I'm also reminded of like when you said maybe 3 is not the fucking magic number. I love that, because it's like we get so attached to numbers, right? We're like, oh, we are the 5 of the average people we most hang. Why the fuck is it 5? Why not 6 or 7? Like, what the fuck? Like, these become these cultural, like, cliches or things we use, and we get so attached to the number. We're like, it's a numbers game, It's not a numbers game. It's a fucking plumber's game, bro. We have to take out the shit and the gunk that doesn't belong, and unclog the pipes so that our flow is like, or valves are open in a sense, that we can communicate freely, and it's not blocked by all these past memories and traumas and like little reminders or cues that get us back into those old ways or old patterns. Instead, it's about being the pattern interrupter, the disruptor that comes along and like changes the fucking entire genome of this thing, right? Like that's when the power takes over, when you stop being a player in the game, but you become a game changer. I think that's when it starts to really change, right? Where you're like, fuck yeah, I don't have my foot on the gas and the accelerator at the same time. Now I'm just taking one off. Yeah.
Guys, I have another question.
Yeah, go for it.
I like the situation that Alejandro described. I have the same situation, and I have the same feelings, and I have with the same problems, so I don't get the directions right, man. I just start struggling with myself, doubting myself so much. But let's say we're not so conscious that we like try to take control of the situation right at the moment, and we let these emotions flow. I have always experienced it for myself. Out of these emotions, they will always result in an emotion that will want me to be a better human being, like that will always want me to be better, feel better next time, that I don't feel like this, like I don't to live in a way that I don't feel the negative emotion anymore. And I'm very, very grateful for this feeling. I think this is the deepest feeling I have, like, because last time I fucked up, man, and I felt it afterwards. It was really deep and intense. And I was wondering, I think you all feel that, have that feeling too, but I was wondering if every human being has this feeling. Like, do we innately have this feeling of wanting to be good, to be better? And if yes, how come people don't react to these concepts of self-improvement and stuff like that? How they don't, I don't know, they don't resonate with it, or why are they not improving just like that? Because I feel like for me, my whole life, I've always been trying to find solutions to negative feelings. So I'm wondering, do they not have this innate feeling, or is it just me? Do you guys have this feeling I'm talking about?
Totally,
Go
man.
ahead, bro.
Yeah, I have it. Awesome, man. So I would say yes. I would say what's coming up for me is like every single emotion we feel it for a reason. It's a signal. right? It's a signal from our body telling us something needs to improve or something needs to change or something needs to adapt, right? That's the reason why we feel things. So the moment when it starts to, we can ask ourselves, like, is this sadness necessary? You know, like I ask myself, is this sadness necessary? When the meaningfulness of the sadness starts to change, it's like it's not, it has no meaning to it anymore. We take the meaning away from sadness, it's like it's just an extraneous emotion that's not adding value to our life, right? Or like, let's say anger without any, like, we build healthy boundaries, but then we have anger with the boundaries. Like that's way better than anger without any boundaries. Like holy shit, that's fucking like chaos, right? Like anger without any boundaries, absolutely no bound. So what it comes down to is like something I got from Vince Calvin actually. He said that it's called core intention technology. So every single emotion comes back to care. Why are you sad? Because it's meaningful to you, because you care about it. Why are you angry? Because you feel powerless, because you care about yourself. Why you see, so every single emotion comes back to we really care about ourselves and we care about others. And I think that it's where we choose to care again, right? That's the Stoic principle where that comes in. It's where we choose to care. It's not just about being caring a lot or being carefree. I think it's about where we choose to focus our intention and care into something. And again, it's like, why aren't other people on this journey? Well, I see it as like, I don't know, it's not for everyone, you know, where when the student is ready, the master appears, you know, like they're not ready. They're not ready to step into this world yet. Maybe they're doing it through another means, or you know, I've tried to drag people into that journey and be like, yo, join this thing, join me for the seminar. But if they're not into it, like I try to invite some people to Brotherhood of the Beast, you know, they didn't resonate. I was like, fuck you guys, you know, whatever, like you're not my tribe. But I gave it a chance. And I think in that giving it a chance, I think there's this quality of they're not ready, or I still respect them as a person, just gotta love them from a distance.
Yeah, and my personal response to that would be like I do feel the emotions. Like when I got frustrated, I did like a loud yell, right? But I didn't allow that to affect the people around me. You know, I mean, I felt frustrated. The energy needed to come out, right? Um, but I let it get out, and that's it. I don't play with it anymore. And I'm like, okay, now I gotta focus on what the fuck I actually gotta do. Because if I focus properly, if I really focus, then I know I can get there. It just came down to focus at the end of the day. Like Sumaya says, where are you putting your attention on? Your attention is your focus, and your focus is the most valuable thing in the world. And there's the reason that influencers get paid millions and millions of dollars just to post a picture of their product, not even guarantee that they're going to sell it, that you're going to get buys. But the fact that they got your attention is the world's most valuable thing, right? And yeah, bro, the reason other people can't get on this life is because they're stuck in their own life. They're stuck in a loop. They're stuck in a cycle. And they believe that it's the only way for life to be that way. Like, you know, I mean, you know, full disclosure, you know, I'm all about full disclosure, you know, and, you know, when my father passed away, you know, there were people who had whenever I was in the room when they told us that he was gone, he was going to go, there wasn't no way to get him back to full health. And it obviously I had that first initial reaction of full deep pain, right? But after that, you know, after he was, you know, we were there. I was there when we put him to sleep. That was like the last time that I cried so deeply. And after that, you know, it was all like holding space for other people at this point then, right? And the reason that I was able to overcome the grief in one night was because, well, first I had to process my emotions. I allowed myself to process my emotions. I allowed myself to feel fully and deeply the fucking cut, that deep ass pain. You see, the way to get those emotions out is to feel them, not to avoid them, not to negate them, right? But then other people after that, they some of them are still having a tough time. And It's because they believe that that's how you're supposed to be. They believe that you're supposed to feel really sad for the rest of your life. Or if I don't, the truth is, I at this point have no sadness. I feel no sadness about this. I feel deep appreciation. I feel deep gratitude. I feel deep love, but no sadness. I look and I see the life that my dad made, and I'm like, fuck, bro, this guy was amazing. He really put this shit down. He left us a fucking business to run, to keep it moving. Just deep appreciation for my dad and the life that he lived, but no sadness. Because I already lived it. I know that that's not going to take me anywhere, right? But if I deny it, I get stuck, you know? And so this is like I say, everything that I lived, everything that I know is because I lived it. I lived it. Thank you, bro. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I only speak from what I know and from what I lived. This is who I am. So thank you for listening, man.
Thank you for sharing that, brother. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Man, yeah, like when Csikszentmihalyi passed, I was like, instead of saying rest in peace, because everybody says R.I.P. R.I.P. I didn't like that. I don't know. There's something about resting in peace that I don't like. So I said rest in peak performance. And I love that, like just the idea of like, why do we have to be in peace when we're dead? Like, what could we be just saucing it up in heaven, like crushing it, doing some epic shit instead of just being in peace, So that's something that came up for me in that time as well, where I was like, why does everyone buy into this narrative of like peace being like, yeah, fuck peace, dude. Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah, Felix, you had something to say before we went on this tangent, brother. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, bro. Any other questions? Anything that comes up for anybody?
I can do another question. I have a question to you guys. Like, let's first state that everybody's body is an expression of a mindset, and it's very long. It has a very long longevity. Like, it's very slow to change this mindset, this expression. So some people come to the world and they get a bad they're not properly educated, or their parents are not treating them right, so they have a negative expression. And I was wondering, how fast, or do you think, or how strong is the human will? How fast can this human being stop stop acting and thinking these negative thoughts, these negative acts which produce the negativity, and instead do positive things? And exactly how much is the capacity of the will to take control of situations? Yeah, I think that's the question.
So if I understand the question correctly, it has a lot to do with to what degree can a person's will be expressed, correct?
Correct, yes.
All right. So this is my personal opinion. Again, disclaimers, personal opinion. I think the answer is twofold. One, you have the actual will, meaning this is what I want, this is what I will get. Period. I create. That being said, as I've been doing BJJ for a while, building my business for a while, but I also decided upon was, let's enjoy the suffering that comes with it. So imagine, right? Imagine if life is a massage, some movements that the masseuse is making will feel good, and others will hurt like a motherfucker, right? And what if that's the same with our will? At some point during the day, I'm tired, I don't have the willpower. But what gets me through it just a little bit is I'm starting to appreciate what I've done. And to even higher degree, I'm starting to, like how a tiger gets hungry for, let's say, another snack. It's like this small bit of insanity that I stop being human for a quick second, or just stop being me for a quick second, and just focus on the task at hand. Like, can I keep it up? What if the pain is part of the process? What if the suffering is part of the process? What if, this is a detox, part of the detox, right? Then I start to realize, wait a minute, this reminds me of either ACD said this or Michael Jackson or someone else, but what if I'm getting in my own way? What if I have so much more to give? Oh, I think David Goggins said something similar. What if the moment I have reached what I think is my maximum, I still have a little bit in my gas tank?
Could you repeat that, please?
So what I mean to say is, what if I haven't reached my maximum limit yet? What if I could push it a bit more, right? So that, in combination with actually enjoying the pain, like a madman, right? The greats, you have to be a bit crazy to reach their levels. I mean, as I've been beasting, when I share my beasting process with friends, they're like, bro, this schedule is insane. And I'm like, yeah, yes, it is. This is not easy. So with these things, we have the answer for, yes, willpower was at some point deplete, but it can also build up. Because one, I'll get used to, the level of suffering. But with that, I can also enjoy it, meaning fucking bring it on. It's what Sumit and Alejandro said either last week or a few weeks ago on, negative mental space, right? I can either be a victim of circumstance or a victor of circumstance. It's the difference between why me and try me, right? I'm tired. Well, fuck you too then. Let's see who can stick with it till the end. And it's not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. In those moments is where you prove to you how far along the journey you are, right? Did I help answer this question, Ilias?
Yeah, you clarified your point of view, and I like the mindsets you always give with your answers, man. They're very inspiring and motivating.
Like, I always make a sex joke in between, but I decided, this one is a bit more straightforward. Alejandro, you're
Yeah.
muted.
Yeah, but guys, by the way, I can only stay for 5 more minutes. We're about to be like 20 minutes over Jesus days.
Right. Okay, yeah, we can wrap it up. Because I have a session after this too. So yeah. The one thing to say about willpower, though, just to wrap up, is I would say it's a skill set, right? And so the thing about it is you have to train it like a muscle, right? So the way you train it is through working out, meditation, all the other like little actions. And I think what blocks it, primary reasons that block willpower, is one, attachment to your own self-worth, right? If you're so attached to the reinforcement of your own self-worth, you're going to get stuck in like a hubris paradigm. It's going to bring you down, right? Another one is like when the impulse to react against some violation to your boundaries. That's anger, right? Someone violated my boundaries. Someone crossed some limit of mine. That's why I'm pissed. And the last one is like being pulled towards something, like desire. So when those three things are transmuted, or desire, or pride, or anger, we feel so much willpower. We feel that solar plexus energy, right? That it's a chakra that's associated with. And so, yeah, that's the secret to willpower, is really getting rid of the blocks to our own willpower, right?
Yeah,
But yeah,
I have something to say as well on will before we wrap up, which is that, of course, yeah, it is a muscle, and we do have a limit to it. In the same way that you have a limit to how much weight you can carry, there's a limit to your willpower. and obviously train it. But the other thing is, things are supposed to be easy. They're actually not supposed to be hard. And how do I know they're supposed to be easy? Was because when lightning strikes, the powerful force of light. Oh fuck my. It's okay. I've got to go, but oh fuck.
You just broke off there, Ivan.
Or to Ivan.
But I felt like there was gonna be something so deep, like when
Yeah, I
lightning
think I
strikes.
thought it was gonna do a mic
Fuck.
drop something, you know, like he usually does. All right, seeing how we only had 5 minutes, Simi, do you want to do the outtake?
Yeah, man. On Tao, on Tao. I'm starting to
On
say that
Tao.
instead of on God.
On
So yeah, bro. We talked about a lot of different things today, but I think that this was a very insightful conversation. So yeah, thanks for being here and being present. I hope you heal fast, Elias, from your sickness, from your illness. You know, heal fast, recover fast. Let's get it today. Upward Spiral Gang.
Thanks,
All right.
guys. See ya.
Yeah. All right. Awesome, guys. Peace out. Much love. May the flow be with you. Be the best. Fuck the rest. You already know.